My husband and I have been in an open relationship for 15 years, and we still regularly have to check in regarding transparency. And when I say transparency, I mean how much do I tell my husband about what I've done with other people, and how much does he tell me? We have specific rules that we follow. We have a saying called privacy but no secrets, but it's still not the same as how much do I tell you based on what I've experienced and how you're feeling. I recently went on a date with someone. My husband knew about that date before it happened. And afterwards, I was like, oh my gosh, I want to tell you everything. This is what I ate, and this is what happened, and this is how I felt, and oh my God. And he said, I don't want to know the details. He said, Danielle, I'm really happy that you had a good time. I love that we give each other this freedom and this permission in our marriage. But right now, for the place that I'm in, I don't want to know the details. And that can be hard for me because I often feel that if I'm not providing all of the information, then I'm hiding something from my husband.
I'm going to stop this right here.
What we are and are not.
Are they in a polyamorous relationship?
There's a particular, I've seen this clip before.
Mm-hmm.
There's a particular name she gave to their relationship. What I would say is this: I'm just sick and tired of people trying to normalize this mess, because I think what she said was that, and there's a particular term that she has. So basically, she's married, and her and her husband are allowed to have other partners. They're allowed to date. They're allowed to have casual sex.
So it's polyamorous, no?
But it's not. But with these, they break it down even further. Mm-hmm. So their version of the relationship, she basically said that she's allowed to have different partners. He's allowed to have different partners, but her husband is always number one.
Okay.
And according to him, his wife is always number one. There's a particular term for it. And I'm just like, what is going on? I'm just annoyed that stuff like this is. And she does all these videos where she's just like, oh, this is our normal, and
can I say that this has been happening right here in Nigeria for years and years,
where everybody knows about it.
People just don't talk about it. People just don't publicize this. There are couples who have been parents of people that who are in polyamorous relationships,
where they talk about it.
But they don't talk about it.
That's the thing. So I would say that in this country, definitely there are situations where madame knows that that's the girlfriend,
mm-hmm.
and he probably, a lot of guys they're in denial about stuff like this. But in terms of where they have conversations about it, where he's like, oh, what are you doing on Friday? Oh, I'm going to go with my boyfriend. I'm going to go to the, I don't think that happens. But this is what she's saying. She's saying to her husband that, I'm going on a date. I want to tell you about this date. Oh my God, he brought me flowers. Oh, and we talked about this and we talked about that. For me, I'm just like...
Save that for your girlfriend.
It's just weird.
I remember somebody was just to me one time that there was this babe who was the side chick to some rich man. And the girl decided she had found Christ, and she didn't want to do this anymore, so she broke up with the man. The man was distraught, and his wife called and said, because she knew about their whole situation, and then she was just like, I hear you're no longer, you decided to no longer see Chief.
You're not happy.
And she's just like, oh, and I really liked you. You kept you really gave me a lot of peace. Hey, yeah, take care, my dear. I'll send the driver to drop off a gift. Take care. God be with you. I was just rolling like, what?
See,
because she knew, she was just like, look, this one is not trying to, according to that, she's not trying to take the man, she's not trying to marry the man, she was just like a side attraction, and as long as she kept Oga happy, she was happy.
Do you know, it's actually very interesting. Like, the longer I've been married and the more stories I've heard, shit is happening. Shit is happening.
I want to say shit
is happening. And as much as what she's saying makes me, it just makes me a bit uncomfortable. I'm like, look, different things work for different people. Different things work for different people. It might be a case of maybe, wasn't it freaking Bill Gates that one of his requirements was that he should be able to go. He goes on holiday with his ex once a year. Did you guys read about that?
I read something about that when he was his wife.
So I've come to realize that, especially after you've been married for a while, you have different needs, you have different requirements. So if you guys, him going on holiday, you going on holiday, you going to have fun for a week, him going to have fun for a week, if that's what works for you, you know, but I think.
But don't bring us into it. Like, why are you telling us?
Yeah.
Why are you creating content?
I think what I'm uncomfortable with is her feeling like, oh my gosh, like let's talk about it like besties. Oh my gosh, she did this. I'm just like, that's a little bit, you know, it's a bit weird. But
Woo!
whatever floats your boat, people. Whatever floats your boat.
Find your lost remote.